আলাইকুম সবাইকে। আগামীকাল আমাদের গ্রুপের শেষ খেলা। তো উজবেকিস্তানের সাথে আমরা অবশ্যই চেষ্টা করব আমাদের সেরাটা দিয়ে খেলার। আমাদের এখানে হারানোর কোনো কিছু নাই। আমরা প্রথমবারের মতো এখানে কোয়ালিফাই করেছি, আমাদের দেশকে এখানে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করতে পেরেছি, এটা আমাদের কাছে অনেক গর্বের বিষয়। ইনশাআল্লাহ ভালো কিছু হবে কালকে। সবাই দোয়া করবেন আমাদের জন্য।
Which is in a positive sense, a real positive. Sort of coming into this tournament, we've had some good moments, and I think the game's all about good moments, and in different ones, learning curve. And we're here today to play Uzbekistan tomorrow, and I know full well it'll be a tough game, depending on how they set up, how they go about it. Will they go and play in a low block and play defensive, or will they come out and press? I know what we'll do. And we hopefully with the preparation that we've done of late, it will stand us in good stead. And every day is a learning day. Every day is a learning curve. And with an average age of 19 and a half, we move into the next game full of optimism and but at the same time sort of guarded.
Assalam.
And I've always been a big believer in supporting and helping women's rights. Standing up for women. I know a lot of people don't like it when I do, but I've put my neck on the line. I had 18 girls at one stage went on strike against me, and I understand. I don't hold any malice or any regret for what I did. I was doing it for the good of the game and the young girls within the group. So if you ask me about supporting women, I'm proud of coaching this group. I'm proud of the journey we embarked on. I'm proud of what we did, not I. I'd rather use the we rather than the I. I think we've come a long way. We've hit a few speed bumps in the road, but I'm really sort of proud. Even though we might not win many games, that's not the point. That's not why we're here. We want to win. And because of the competitive nature which lies amongst us. But I just really believe what we've done, not just myself, but in terms of collectively trying to support the girls, player welfare, fight for better conditions, living conditions, training conditions, food, nutrition. Cam's come in, done a really good job with them, knocking them into shape, and I've been tough with them at times. But I know they're from really, really tough difficult environments, and I think the circumstances are different because in terms of sort of athletic profiling, and when you look at the makeup of Azerbaijan and Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan were a big, strong, powerful team, but also got bodies forward, really took the game to us. And caused us problems, but at the same time we caused them problems as well. But I just get the feeling that it'll be a little bit of cat and mouse. Maybe they might come and be a bit guarded the way we play. We're not a team to sit back. We can't sit back. That's not our style. We like to play on the front foot, but we've got to learn to keep the ball better and be more economical with the ball. And I think against Azerbaijan, I think we did that, and we were patient and recycled it really well. We've got to do that tomorrow, and we didn't do that against Korea. We did it against China at times, but I felt against Korea we came up a little bit short, made too many mistakes. Don't want to use the weather as an excuse because it's the same for both teams, but they were the best team I've seen in a long, long time. They were different class, and that. Maybe that might be a bit of a prod in the ribs and a kick up the backside to, make our girls realise that, sometimes you play against opposition where you're not going to win, but you've got to try and take some positives from it and move forwards. You shouldn't ask me that, you make me cry. I'm really proud. I've coached national men's for 8 years in Africa, and Africa's a little bit similar to Bangladesh. There's many everyone has a story to tell. But I think the most important thing is that we've got to be realistic in terms of, irrespective win, lose or draw. The most important thing for me is the way they've participated, the way they've actually gone about it, the way they've handled themselves. You know, I joke about the girls going for Baskins and Robins and ice creams, you know what I mean, at the Opera House on a media day. But I mean, the stark reality is, you know, let them do that because they're in Australia. You know, it's a beautiful country, got wonderful facilities, got great iconic, like, yeah, and Queen Mary was there as well. So yeah, I don't have an issue with that. And then you look at Korea, and we talk about professionalism, and we talk about doing things the right way, and you know, you can only respect, you know, I mean, the way they go about it. People might turn around and say it's robotic, but I just think it's class. You know, and I sympathise with that. You know, I've got 3 kids. I understand what it's like to bring kids up, and you know, my kids have been fortunate in comparison to sort of what these girls have had to endure, and you know, it does really sort of, when people take it for granted and don't really respect what we've done as a group, what we've done as a group, what we've achieved. I think a lot of people just rather would just like look at the men's team and, you know, plough our resources into the men's team, etc. I could go on about it all day. But yeah, I'm proud of them, irrespective of what happens tomorrow. I just think you've got to be optimistic, and you know, the way we try and play, the girls are going to make mistakes, and they'll try things and do things as long as they follow the game plan, and most importantly, they follow the rules in terms of actually how we go about things. You know, I don't expect to see Monica doing dragbacks in the middle of the pitch. You know, we've got to be economical, we've got to be realistic in terms of our approach.
না, আসলে সেরকম কোনো কিছু না। মোস্তাফিজুর ভাইয়া উনি ওনার জায়গায় সেরা, উনি যেভাবে করে সেটা তো আমি ফলো করি না এভাবে ক্রিকেট খেলা এভাবে দেখাও হয় না, সময় হয়ে ওঠে না আমাদের। তো আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে হচ্ছে কথার চেয়ে আমি কাজটাই আগে বেশি করি, এটাই ভালো হবে। কথা বলতে গেলে অনেক কিছুই বলা যায়, কাজে অনেক কিছুই করা যায় না। তো কাজে করে দেখালে আর কি হচ্ছে, কথা না বললেও হয়। আমি প্রথম দিনই বলেছিলাম যে হচ্ছে আমাদের যদি দেশে মাঠটা ভালো থাকে তাহলে আমরা ভালোভাবে প্র্যাকটিস করতে পারবো, আমাদের জন্য সুবিধা হয়। আমাদের দেশে একটা ভালো মাঠ দরকার, সেটা যদি খুব তাড়াতাড়ি করা হয় তাহলে দেশের ফুটবল আরও উন্নতি হবে।
Just a really thorough team, and that's the biggest thing I take from this tournament is trying to encourage those girls to embrace professionalism, you know, and take whatever it is back home with them. And put that to good use, because that can only stand them in good stead moving forwards.
সব ধরনের খেলার খবর পেতে সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন, সঙ্গে থাকুন খেলার পাতার।